Hello, and welcome to the third video in our series. So far, we've talked about basic web page setup. Then we talked about adding images to our web pages. Now let's move and talk about linking our web pages together. So when you see a website, you'll see multiple web pages that are linked together through hypertext. Hypertext is that blue underlined text that you see in HTML pages. In fact, HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, that's what HTML stands for, right? So HTML includes hypertext as a big part of itself. I mean, it's in the name. So what we're about to learn is super important stuff for web design. First off, we're going to open up that file that we've been working on, index.html, opening it up in Sublime Text. We're going to make a new web page. So our website is about food. I want to make another web page that just talks about desserts. So we're going to actually set that web page up very similarly to how we set this one up. We're going to copy, Command C, and then we're going to go up to File, New File, save this. We're going to call this desserts.html. Desserts.html. Because this is going to be about desserts. Now I'm going to paste by doing Command and then V. And here's our web page, identical to our other one. We're going to change some stuff. So we'll leave everything in the head alone except for what goes between the title tags. And then in the body, let's change our heading to cakes. Cakes. And then we'll get rid of this image. We'll add another one later of cakes. So here is our second web page. Now we'll link to this web page from the first one. So Command S, save. I just do that a lot out of habit. Now let's add our link. So our link is going to be somewhere in our body. That's where we see all of the content for the web page. So it wouldn't make sense to put it in the head. Our link tag is actually called the A tag. I'm not sure why, but it just is. So we're going to have this, which also has a closing tag. And the A tag has a fundamentally important attribute. What we're going to do is we have our index.html and desserts.html in the same directory. So below this, below the image, we're going to add href. Href equals, and then since desserts.html is in the same directory as this one, we're going to type in desserts.html. And in the A tag, you need something in between it to make into hypertext. Whatever you put in between this is going to be that text that you click to get to the next web page. So, let's see. I'm just going to put desserts right here in our body tag. Desserts. Now, I also want to link to the original web page, the index.html. So we're basically going to do the same thing. In our body tag, under this heading, we're going to type a href. So hyperlink or hypertext reference. I think that's what it stands for. Href equals index.html. Close this, make our closing tag, and in between here, we can just type in homepage. Save this, make sure everything's saved, Command S, and let's test it. So I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to click our index.html, and here's this really really good looking picture. And then I'm going to click on this blue text right here. And it linked to our desserts page, right? If it didn't work for you, make sure everything is in the same directory and then make sure everything is typed properly. So here's what we have for now. Now we know how to link web pages together as well as to add images to web pages. So we're learning more and more as we go along. Every video builds on top of itself. And the best way to learn these things is through applying them. So I'm going to continue with this project-based format, and we're going to build on this project we have right now. So that's it for now. Leave a like and a subscribe, and stay tuned for more HTML CSS tutorials.